Welcome back to
Unpacked.
with
Ethan.
and Reese. This week, what are we going to talk about?
We are talking about children.
Thoughts?
I don't like children.
Nor do I.
You work at a summer camp currently
So yeah,
with children.
controversial. I am actually camp counselor for children, and I work with children 5 days a week for 9 hours a day.
And you don't like them.
And I hate children, and I would never have children.
So why do you work as a camp counselor?
That's a very good question. So, as a psychology major, first and foremost, I would like to possibly specialize in children because I would like to give children help, particularly help that I did not receive as a child.
Okay.
So that's reason number one. I thought I need to be accustomed to working with children, you know? Number two.
But you just said you hate children.
Yeah.
So you're going to base your entire life around children that
I know,
you
which
hate?
sounds like a really bad idea. Because that's like whenever like the school people, but also I'm not mean to kids. The kids love me. Like, and I mean it. Like, I'm not even fibbing, brother. The kids really like me because I'm really good at like acting silly. And they really love me.
I bet. You don't want kids though, right?
No.
I don't want kids either.
Well, hold on. Let me finish.
Okay.
And then we'll talk about if we want children.
I think we just did though.
No, I know, but we have to talk about in more depth why. I think. And then when you look up where should I work for experience if I'm a psych major, it says camp counselor on Google. So also it's fun because the hours are consistent and like no other job has consistent hours. But it is pretty bad. But honestly, the counselors that I have to work with, I hope you guys are watching because I will have been done with the job by the time this comes out, are terrible. And they're what makes the job terrible. Really not even the kids. Because if it was just me and the kids, it'd be chilling. But they're the bad part.
Wow. So maybe you just don't like people in general.
Yeah.
Not children.
But also children are okay. I don't like when they're bratty.
Children don't have a filter. They will tell you if you look fat in your jeans.
Yeah, that's why I love them.
No.
You can't handle the truth?
I don't want somebody to come up to me and be like, why do you look like that?
Yeah.
What do you mean, why do I look like that? And they're like, just the way you look.
They're so mean. The other day I was wearing pink pants and this kid goes, why do your pants look like bologna? I was like, brother, what the fuck?
Did they look like bologna?
They did. And I was like, I mean, yeah, but it hurt.
See, the response there is supposed to be, why don't your pants look like bologna?
True. When I had,
What?
I had stitches for a while, and the kids were really fascinated by them, and they told me every single day that I looked ugly and scary with stitches.
Where?
Right here.
Oh, wait. When did you get them out?
They fell out in my bed. I told you this. I sent you a video of them falling out.
I don't think you did.
Yes, I did. I don't send my videos to anybody else. I don't have anybody else to send them to. You were receiving.
When was this?
The other night. I feel like I saved it. You want to see it?
Right.
It was me, and it was my face, and then it was me breathing heavy, and then it flipped around to my finger, and it was my single stitch, and I said my stitch just fell out.
I thought it was an eyelash. I didn't have
Even
the
though
sound on.
The kid had a caption that said my stitches fell out.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Sorry,
I don't recall this.
If you need an interruption because it definitely happened. It's okay. I'm glad to know that you don't watch the things that I send you.
I remember seeing the little black thing on the finger.
It was white. One of my stitches just fell out.
Oh, it looks black. Oh, I guess it doesn't.
Yeah, my stitches fell out.
I guess I did see that. But
well,
I
sent it to
didn't
you.
know where you had stitches. So I was
eye.
a little confused because I was like, when did she get stitches?
Yeah. So yeah, they told me every single day for a week that my eye was ugly and it made me act mean. And I was like, okay.
Interesting.
Thank you. They also I dyed my hair pink recently. It's kind of washed out now. But they were all like, why is there pink in your hair? How did the pink even get there? Oh, you dyed it? Oh, like yourself? Oh, okay. I was like, Or my roots. This one girl was looking at my hair. She was like, "You're a blonde," and I was like, "Really? You think I'm a blonde?" And she goes, "Well, there's a lot of brown on the top. Did you put that there?" And I was like, "Those are my roots." They're really
That's
silly.
really funny.
I know.
That's why I can't handle children, for one.
Yep.
They're too honest.
Mhm.
Two, they get into the strangest things.
Yeah.
Not to talk about piss again for
Okay.
the second episode in a row,
Mhm.
but my sister, when she was in kindergarten,
Mhm.
she peed on the floor in her classroom because she was too scared to ask to go to the bathroom.
Mhm.
And she said there was a boy in her class that saw the puddle of pee and said, "Somebody spilled their apple juice." Got on the floor and licked it up.
Are you serious?
Licked up her pee.
Did he like it?
I don't know.
That's
I
fucked
want
up.
to know where he
But
is now,
also, even
though.
if it was apple juice, why would you be licking up apple juice on the
That's what
floor?
I'm
There's something
saying.
wrong with him.
I want to know where he is now.
Why?
And
So you can find him, get him to lick up your pee.
yeah,
I wonder if he's ashamed of that. Like, do you think he remembers?
probably not.
Little kids remember everything, though.
I mean, I remember just
Everything.
having this story told to me. I was
Yeah.
traumatized. And one time, not to bring up pee for the second time in this episode, but
Mhm.
one time my sister was standing in her room getting changed so we could go to the pool. I told her to hurry up. And she turned and looked at me, squatted down, and pissed on the carpet to make me mad.
How old was she?
Like 6.
That's really fucked
I
up.
feel like 6 is too old of
That's
an
too old to
age
be
to
pissing on the
be
carpet.
pissing on the carpet like a dog.
I had a 6-year-old poop in the pool on Wednesday.
What did you do about it? Did you pick it up with your hand?
Well, no, it was in his pants,
Oh.
and it was so messy.
Oh.
And it also, he wasn't in a swimsuit, so he was just in his like tiny little underwear. And he insisted they were a swimsuit, but he was literally in his boxers, and there was fucking diarrhea trailing down his leg.
Diarrhea?
Yeah. And then he kept wiping it with his hand and like showing us, and he was like, Miss Reese, I think there's something in my pants. I was like, I think there's something in your pants too. Yeah. And we're like at a water park an hour away from home. That's what I'm saying. Kids are fucking nasty.
um, how close in age is like your closest sibling? Like a year? 2
Joe?
years? Yeah.
He's 3 years older than me. He's
Oh.
21.
So me and my sister are quite close in age. So when we were
Yeah.
really little, we would take baths together.
Yeah.
You probably didn't do that though, did you?
Joe and I would. I mean, he was 3 and I was
What?
1. Because it's more, I'll be 19. He just turned 21. So I guess that's more like 2 years.
Oh, okay. So again, my sister, I'm in the bathtub with my sister, just trying to enjoy myself and
Mm-hmm.
clean my body,
Mm-hmm.
and she poops in the
My
bathtub.
brother did that once. I remember that.
When I tell you, it was the most traumatic experience of my life. I tried to swim away.
Mm-hmm. In the bathtub. Yeah.
I have a scar on my back
Do you really?
because I was so frantically trying to get away from it that I hit my back on the little spout that the
Mm-hmm.
water comes out of,
Yeah.
and there's a mark on my back still.
Can I see it later?
You can see it whenever you want.
Can I see it right now?
I don't know where it is. Like, you'd have to look for it.
Yeah.
But there's just like a little.
Whoa.
And my dad took our fishing net from our
Fish, maybe?
fish tank
Mm-hmm.
and used it to scoop out her turd.
Huh.
And that's why I won't have kids.
Huh. That reason only?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kids are really gross. They're really sticky always.
Sticky. So sticky.
And like just don't have any like concept. Like if you have boogers falling out of your nose, like I feel like you can feel it. But it'll be like in their nose and like dripping down all around and they're like, Miss Reese. And I'm like, oh, yeah.
They lick it up once it reaches
Yeah.
their lip too. They go,
Yeah. And they're like, and then they'll touch me and I'm like, they're fucked up.
I really just don't
Yeah, but also there's some of them that are so sweet and I feel really bad for them. Like in particular, my one child who she's like really bad and really troubled, right? Then the other day she told me she wanted to kill herself and I was like, "You're 5 years old."
Oh God.
Like that's the type of kid that I want to be a psych fucking woman for children. Do you get what I mean? Because it's like there's like the occasional kid who's super troubled that needs the help. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
And it's so sad. And then like there's this other kid and he always acts out, right? Like he's always like terrible. And then the other day I always ask him about what they do like the night before, right? So I'm like, "Oh yeah, so what'd you do last night? Did you do anything fun?" He goes, "Well, no, because my dad's not around." And I'm like, "Oh, like is he on a business trip? Because a lot of kids have parents who travel." He goes, no, actually my parents are getting divorced." And I'm like, "Oh, like you don't play sports or anything though?" And he goes, "No, I only play sports with my dad, and my dad isn't living at my house because my parents are getting divorced. Remember?" And I'm like, "I remember." You know what I mean? So I feel so sad for them because they like can't regulate their emotions yet, really, and they just have so many emotions, and their brain is so not developed, and they're so sad and trying to figure things out. Do you get what I mean?
Yes, I do.
But you still don't like them.
No, because it's not my problem if you can't handle your emotions. I went through the same thing.
I
I turned
know.
out great.
Don't you wish you would have had somebody to help you as a kid?
No,
Really?
no,
Really?
no.
Really?
By help, what do you mean?
Like help you?
I wish I had somebody that could have grabbed that turd out of the water faster. That's the only wish I have in my mind.
Okay. Fair enough. I'm
Just
sorry.
that one turd that could have changed the trajectory of
Of
my
your
life.
entire life, you'd be so different.
I would.
Do you think about that often?
I do.
Sorry.
It was traumatic.
I know.
It was a turd floating toward me.
Why you gotta use the word turd?
Well,
Is that what it was?
yeah,
It's so gross.
it wasn't a stream of diarrhea like your
Like my
friend.
pal. I don't want to call my friend.
What else about children?
Some of them are just really bad though. Like terrible. And don't know how to keep their hands to themselves in any capacity. Kids really don't know any boundaries. Another thing, I'm really not a fan of physical touch, and kids don't understand that. Like they don't like know that it's not okay to like grab people's butts. You get what I mean? And like constantly hang on my arms and like touch my face and like massage me and like pet me. It's like get off of me. I
You don't
don't
like
want to
that?
touch you. No.
Hmm.
After they fucking wipe their boogers and their butts, I don't
Their
want them touching me.
diarrhea
Their dire
stain.
hands and they're like, I don't
Miss
want them
Reese, I
touching
think
me.
there's a problem.
Exactly.
Miss
Like leave me
Reese.
alone.
Um, yeah. I wish people would call me Mr. Ethan.
Yeah, it is so silly. I thought they were pranking me when they first told me that the campers were gonna call me Miss Reese. And I was like, "Are you serious?" They're like, "Yeah." But everybody remembers Miss
Miss
Reese.
Reese,
Miss
Miss
Reese,
Reese,
Miss Reese.
Miss Reese, it appears that I have shit myself.
Miss Reese. And he like wouldn't say that he pooped his pants. He was like, Miss Reese, I think there might be something in my pants. And I was like, what do you mean? What do you think's in your
And you're
pants?
like, Connor, it might be shit.
Yeah, I was like, what, like pee or poop? And he's like, I don't know, but there's something in there. I was like, oh, brother. How do you not know that you shit your pants, though? Like,
He
I don't
definitely did
understand.
know.
Like, well, maybe. But, like, also, I don't understand. Because, like, have you ever been in a body of water and you try to pee?
Yeah,
Yeah. And do you know how you have to, like, really concentrate on peeing? Because your
yeah.
body, like, won't let you pee because you've, like, trained yourself to only pee when you're, like, at a toilet.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get what I'm saying? I feel like it's the same thing for pooping. Like, if I thought about it hard, I could not poop my pants right now. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I could not
I'm
force myself to
glad.
poop my
I'm glad.
pants. So, what was wrong with him?
Well, if it was diarrhea, I probably just squirted
Oh,
out.
true. Sorry,
But
silly me.
I will say,
Yeah.
I had a follow-up question for you.
Okay.
What did you do after you realized that little Conrad had shit his pants.
Well,
Did you wipe it for him?
no.
Okay, thank you.
We were, believe it or not.
Did you put him down?
Yeah. I brought him out back with a shotgun. So, thank God it wasn't a girl, because if it was a girl, I would have had to handle it. But since it's a boy, one of the boy counselors had to
Oh
take him into the boys'
no.
bathroom and help him and like hosed off his pants, which is so fucked up. Like, why didn't the parents like pack a change of clothes? It's because that was another thing. It would have been fine if he was actually in his swimsuit, because then we could have just changed him back into his like underwear and shorts. But he literally just took off his shorts and was wearing his underwear, and he shit his underwear. Yeah, I know.
He should have known better, to be honest.
Than to shit his pants?
Yeah.
I agree. He also has a twin sister, and she was just sitting there like, and it was like, babe, your brother just shit his pants. Like this. If my brother shit his pants at summer camp, I would be so embarrassed.
But little Melissa was just swimming there.
Melissa,
she's like, hey, the water's turning brown.
Exactly. She was so unfazed.
God.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what else. Kids are fucking violent. Did I already say that? Have I told you about... Did I tell you about what happened?
Like guns?
Violent. Yeah. We go to the beach. Water guns. Go to the beach. We go to the beach. These two kids, they're beefing hardcore, right? Since the first day of summer camp, they've been jinxing each other left and right, right? Jinxing. Like you say something at the same time. Jinx!
Oh,
and then you can't speak, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, one of them forgot to unjinx the other one, so we couldn't talk all day. So
And
right off the gate... What?
He didn't talk all day?
Yeah.
Because he was never unjinxed?
Yeah.
What?
So then he was so mad, and he told me, and he was like, I hate my buddy. Because they have buddies, right? Like, for safety purposes, you, like, get partnered up with someone for if we have to take him to the bathroom, because you, like, can't be alone with a camper. So he failed
his jinx because he talked to you.
Yeah. But then, picture this, it gets worse. 2 weeks later, they're swimming in the beach together, right? And I'm in the water with them. And the one kid takes a water gun and smacks him on the head. And I look over, and he is gushing blood, frantically. Miss Reese, I think there's a problem. No, and the thing was, he wasn't even worried about the fact that he was fucking gushing blood. He was, of course not. He wanted to tattle on him. He was like, he just hit me in the head. And I'm like, I scoop him up, I run him out of the water because he's fucking gushing blood. All of the counselors are, this is what I mean when I say I hate the counselors. They'll just sit there and like, oh my God, that looks so bad. And I'm like, he's gonna fucking bleed out. Like, somebody help this child that I just ran out of the water. Like, where do I put him? What do I do? So I take him to first aid, whatever. He ended up having to leave and get like stitches all across his head. But anyways, what the fuck? He hit him on purpose because he was mad. He smacked him with a water gun.
Which one was it? Was it the one that was jinxed?
Yeah, the one who was jinxed hit the kid whose parents are getting divorced on the head. I know. Yeah, I know. They're so mean. And then the other kid, he didn't get kicked out of camp or anything. He's like still roaming summer camp. And I'm like, what the fuck? He's violent. Like,
you think he's gonna kill somebody?
Yeah, like he's weird. Like, I feel like at that age you should like, because my camp is 5 to 7. He's like upwards. He's almost 7, I think, or he might be 7. You should be able to control those urges. You know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't be hitting people with a water gun out of anger. You know what I mean? That hard.
I've hit people with plenty of things, but not to make
that
them
hard
bleed.
To have to get stitches.
One time I kicked my sister through the wall because she was trying to attack me. She was trying to dig her nails into me.
I went through a digging of the nails phase when I was a child.
I feel like every little girl did.
Yeah, it was such a thing.
My sister would do it all the time. My little cousin. I hated it. And you know, when you have siblings, there's always like the one stance you do where it's your defense. Like, you've already hit them and now you gotta play defense because you got your slapping and you're on your back kicking your legs frantically. That's what I was doing, and I connected with her and she went through the wall.
That's insane. Fully through to the next room?
Like, well, not that far through, big. But like her butt went in the wall. Like, she was sitting inside the wall.
Wow. How was she feeling about that?
Surprisingly not that upset, I don't think. Like, she wasn't screaming or crying. She was more like, there's a hole in the wall.
She was worried about the hole in the wall?
Yeah.
Huh.
Because there's a big hole in the wall.
I guess I'd be kind of flabbergasted too about the hole in the wall. Huh. I'm trying to think when I was little. Yeah, I really liked clawing people.
Why?
I don't know. Because, like, my older brother was bigger than me, and, like, he could hurt me, you know? But, like, I couldn't, like, I wasn't strong enough to, like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, if I punched him, it wouldn't hurt. I couldn't, like, physically restrain him. So he would be like, and I would claw at him, and I would always draw blood. I was good at it.
So it sounds like you had a problem with controlling your urges as a kid.
Well, no, because when somebody else was attacking me, I wasn't just gonna let them attack me.
Okay.
Personally,
Personally,
you would have let them attack you.
personally, I
Oh,
was
you
the
was the
I
you
was
were
the
the attacker.
oldest,
Yeah.
so I know how it feels to be clawed.
Well, were you instigating?
Of course,
Exactly.
I was the oldest.
I'm trying to think. With my little brother, he would kick me a lot. He was a big
What is it?
kicker. He would sit on the couch and go like
The
that.
little one's always the kicker.
Yeah.
My brother, I don't think he does much kicking.
Oh.
I think he plays possum most of the time.
Interesting. Elaborate.
Like, I don't know. He's significantly younger than us, and so if he said something and you just stomp your foot at him,
And then he runs away.
yeah,
He scurries.
he just
Dang. Yeah, Gabe.
or like fall over to the side and just be like,
Yeah. Do you remember when you would flinch when I got around you?
yeah.
It got to a point where Gabe would flinch if I walked in a room. And it would be like, Gabe, Jesus Christ.
Oh my
The
God.
thing is, I wouldn't hit him or anything.
Mm-hmm.
I would
Yeah.
pick him up. I just like picking people up. And I'd pick him up, but he didn't like
You
being
did
picked
hit
up.
me though. You didn't ever pick me up.
Yeah.
Those were
But it was
hits.
out of love. I explained this. Once I feel comfortable with the person
Hard
I hit
hits
him.
too. It was like
Honestly,
slap.
I don't know why I was hitting you. It was like weird. I don't know what my purpose was.
The first week I met you, I was hitting you when we were playing Cards Against Humanity, but that's because I was laughing.
Yeah, and then you did hit me when we auditioned for that play.
But that was also staged.
True. Sorry. I was thinking about that the other day and I was like, I really did have a hitting phase with Ethan.
I forgot about that.
I don't know why. But also, you did sit on me until my ribs were bruised and it was hard to breathe for like a week. So I think we're even. That was really painful.
Why did I do that? What was the...
Because you're being a cunt. Am I allowed to say that?
I think there was a reason for it though. Like,
because I wouldn't say that you're my favorite person on the planet.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So I stand by that, actually. I don't apologize.
Okay, that's okay.
Because all you really had to do...
True. I don't know why I didn't just say it. I didn't even have to be truthful. I just had to say, you're my favorite person on the planet. Wow, I was so stubborn. I was such a different woman last year, I feel.
We sat out in the hallway and I sat on you.
Yeah, it wasn't even like in my room. Like it was fully in the middle of my hallway.
And people were walking by just like, wonder what's going on
Why
there.
the fuck's you sit on her? Yeah.
And you're like, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it.
God, I was really stubborn. I did not want to tell you that you're my favorite person. Wow. I'm happy for myself. I was so strong. But then it was really hard to breathe for like the week after. And I couldn't breathe and it hurt really bad. And I thought you broke my ribs.
So I do apologize for maybe breaking your rib.
It's okay.
But
okay now.
I don't apologize for the message behind it.
It's okay. I understand. I'm sorry that I hit you. I promise it was out of love. It was out of the kindness in my heart. That's what I think that some of the kids are doing sometimes too, though.
When they hit each other with the water guns?
Well, not that, but like sometimes they'll like, I don't know, they're just so clumsy. Oh, okay. Also, you said that like the things that kids get interested in, like the kid who he lapped up the piss.
Mm-hmm.
Kids are interested in like the weird things, and I feel like if I had children, it would be so hard to support them. Like I would be like, what the fuck?
I used to collect my toenails.
Where would you put them?
Jar.
You still have it?
No.
Is that knick-knack installment?
My mom threw it away. And I was so upset when she did.
I'd be upset too.
There was a lot of toenails in there.
I can imagine. I'm sorry. I don't know what weird. Well, really every interest I had as a child was really weird.
Teeth? Did you keep your teeth?
No. Did you keep your teeth?
I did.
Where? Did the tooth fairy not take your teeth?
See, when I was a kid, that's something we need to talk about.
Okay.
Why have we as
I
a
agree.
society
I agree.
decided that it's okay
To lie.
to lie to your children about Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny?
God.
Well, maybe okay. I'm gonna skim over that one.
Okay.
Maybe for another episode. What else? Tooth Fairy. Me as a kid, I questioned everything.
So did I. By like 6, I was like, you're lying. You're wrong, and you're lying.
Let me tell you something. The first one that I found out was fake was the Tooth Fairy, and then I knew at that point, I'm like, what else are you lying about?
Yeah.
So one night, I pulled a tooth out, and I didn't tell anyone. And I was like, I'm gonna test, because I think I have a theory that the Tooth Fairy might not be real.
Mm-hmm.
And so I took my tooth, put it in a Ziploc bag,
Mm-hmm.
put it under my pillow, didn't say anything to my parents. I'm like, we'll see what happens.
That's so smart.
Woke up the next morning, and guess what? The tooth is still there and no money. You know what that means?
That your parents are the Tooth Fairy.
My parents were the Tooth Fairy. So then I had to go down this whole rabbit hole. I'm like, well, what about the Easter Bunny? I looked through the closet. Thousands of Easter Bunny paraphernalia.
Thousands?
So many plastic Easter eggs.
Mm-hmm.
So many little Easter baskets. It was like walking into a crime scene. I was shocked.
Yeah.
I was like,
Mm-hmm.
the Easter Bunny's not real?
Yeah.
What about Santa Claus? Santa Claus was a tough one for me to grasp because Santa, I was like, there's no way Santa's not real. Like, my parents went in.
Really?
Like, have you seen like the video calls where Santa will send you a video message?
Mm-hmm.
You could like go on a website
I can
and get
picture
a
it, though.
personalized video message from Santa. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, Santa's talked to me before. There's no way Santa's not real.
Yeah.
And then I found our cards to the North Pole in a cabinet. And I thought, this is interesting. This was supposed to be delivered to the North Pole.
Yeah.
So then, what did I do? I looked to see where they hid all the presents before they wrapped them.
Mm-hmm.
And I picked like one or two to look at. And I was like, I have to make sure to read every label before I open my presents.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that said from Santa, coincidentally, were also in my parents' closet before they were wrapped.
That's wild.
And I confronted my mother about it.
What'd she say?
I told her, Julie,
Mm-hmm.
is Santa real? I stared at her. And then she goes, come here, because my sister was there.
Mm-hmm. You did it in front of your sister?
She tells me,
that's so sad.
Santa's not real, but don't say anything to Olivia or Aiden. And I sobbed.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't believe you've lied to me. This is the ultimate betrayal.
I agree. I don't understand. And I don't get why, like, how did it come about? Like, why lie to kids about so many different things?
So strange.
And I feel like there's, like, so much time and energy and money and effort put into, like, keeping the lies alive. Like, maybe teach your kid to be happy.
Yeah.
And to love themselves.
Maybe teach people that for Christmas you get the people you love gifts, not some random man crawling in your chimney and giving you stuff.
I agree.
I think that's a better message than, if you're good, a jolly man with a white beard who may or may not be a rapist is going to come to your house. I don't know why.
Who says he may or may not be a rapist?
Well, he's crawling in your chimney and he has a long white beard.
I guess that's fair.
Don't know why I started sounding like Dr. Phil, though. You know what I also hate about children?
What?
They don't know how to take commercial breaks.
True. So you know what time it is? Commercial break.
Do you find yourself swiping through hundreds of mediocre porn videos, desperately trying to find the one to bust a fat nut to? Are you tired of scrolling through hours of film looking for the perfect video because you insist You only watch it for the plot. Well, scroll no more. Porniversal Studios has got you covered. Our vast catalog of exclusive content ensures that you will come in 23.5 seconds guaranteed. Are you a girl who likes girls? We have you covered. Are you a boy who likes boys? We have all the most mediocre twinks you could possibly ask for. Are you a girl who only likes boys? We've got your back. Are you a boy who only likes girls? Go fuck yourself. Porniversal Studios. We've got your back. Or your chest. Or wherever else you need us to wipe off for you. Porniversal Studios. Or you could just like, I don't know, get out more.
For legal reasons, Porniversal Studios is not affiliated with Universal Studios or any other studios for that matter. We do not take accountability for any injuries or other accidents that happen during Porniversal Studios. Thank you very much. Guess what? We're back.
Oh my god, I couldn't even fully get my butt in the chair.
No siree. I got places to be.
So kids.
Yeah.
Kids don't really got places to be. They're just living.
They are just living.
Kids do the darndest things.
I agree. Like?
Let me tell you something.
Break it down.
I had a friend in kindergarten.
Okay.
And we were very good friends. And he was very silly. And he had an older brother that I think may have corrupted him a little bit.
Ooh.
And we would play our DSs on the bus.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one time he thought it was a good idea to take the DS and put it in his pants and take pictures of his ball sack on the DS.
That's fucked up.
And there was like a way on the DS that you could like share photos with people.
Yeah.
I can't remember how you do it. It's basically airdrop.
Yeah.
And he would airdrop photos of his ball sack to me on the bus. But one time he airdropped it to someone else and we got in so much trouble.
Did you really?
So much trouble.
What'd you have to do?
It wasn't my ball sack.
Oh, true. It was not your ball sack.
Hands are clean. I just received the photo. I don't know what's going on here. He got a bus slip. Well, the bus was stopped.
Okay.
Parked on the side of the road.
Yeah.
The bus driver came to the back where we were sitting.
Mm-hmm.
He got a bus slip.
What does that mean?
It means you can't ride the bus for like a day or two.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
But he gets off the bus.
Mm-hmm.
And he stands in the middle of the road as the bus is driving away. Rips his pants down. Turns around. Shows his ass to the bus driver. Turns back around and shows his little wiener flapping in the wind to the bus driver. And everybody on the bus. Lucky for him, we were some of the last stops.
That's good.
So it was like me and like 5 other people.
Mm-hmm.
But that's still a lot of people to see a 6-year-old's wiener.
Well, if he wanted to do it.
I don't think that's what makes it okay.
Well, if you're worried about like him being embarrassed, like.
But I'm more worried about a grown man bus driver.
That is a little scary.
And a group of children from ages kindergarten to like 5th grade.
Yeah, I forgot it was older kids as well.
Seeing this 6-year-old's penis and butthole.
Did you see it?
Yes, because he told me he was going to do it beforehand. He was like...
And you didn't try to stop him? Or did you?
No.
You wanted to see?
I said, he was like, Ethan, I'm going to do something crazy. You got to back me up on it.
Did you?
And I'm like, what are you going to do? He's like, I'm going to moon the bus driver. He didn't tell me he was going to do the front and the back.
Yeah.
And he got off the bus and did it. I had to pretend that I didn't know what was going on. I was like, what are you doing?
So did he get in trouble? What happened?
I can't remember how long he was kicked off the bus for, but I think he was supposed to be off for longer, but his mom talked to the bus driver about it. Because he's 6 years old.
Yeah, you're little.
You don't know any better.
You don't know. Yeah, kids really don't know any better. That like you can't be naked.
You can't stand in the middle of the road and show a 70-year-old man your penis.
That's not okay or allowed.
No.
Yeah, because we have to change when we're done at the beach, and a lot of girls struggle to get off their one pieces. So I've seen too many naked people this summer, and it's really not good. Because they all just come out of a stall and are like, I need help. And it's like, I can't help you. You need to get back inside right now. I don't want to see you naked, you know?
Yeah.
They don't get it.
I I don't think I was ever like that.
I
I was
don't think
very
I was
conservative.
either. Yeah, like I was very like I didn't want people to see me naked as a child.
Yeah. Why would I want people to see me naked?
Exactly.
So strange.
I feel like the kids nowadays, I think there's something fucked up with all of them though.
Really? You think?
You're being mean.
No, I think there's something seriously wrong with everybody. I think everybody is fucked up.
Including me.
Yeah.
But like these kids especially, okay. So I'm gonna try to word this very cautiously.
No, don't word it cautiously because I think I agree.
What are you gonna say?
Well, first of all, these children are fucked up. When I was in 6th grade,
Yeah.
I was not giving blowjobs on the back of the bus.
Whoa. Are people in sixth grade doing that now?
Yeah,
How do you know?
I've heard about it.
Sixth grade drama?
I think we need to. Yeah,
You think what?
blowjobs
That's fucked up.
on the bus. And when I was in school,
Uh-huh.
my friend that mooned everybody,
Yeah.
he obviously I think it's the older siblings that do it
Maybe.
because he would always like talk about like stuff like that. We
Mm-hmm.
didn't know what it meant.
Mm-hmm.
We'd be like, we made up this thing where, the back seat in the bus that's just the one person
Single seat,
seat,
yeah.
that was the sex seat. And we made up this whole story. So
Mm-hmm.
nobody ever sat in the seat that one time, two people sat in the seat at once
Mm-hmm.
and they were forced to have sex. And they had
Duh.
sex so hard that they fell onto the bus floor and the back exit was opened
Uh-huh.
and they fell out of the bus and got hit by the car behind them.
That's really funny.
And why? We didn't know what sex was.
Uh-huh.
I thought it was just hugging each other really romantically.
I found out what sex was on a bus actually.
I feel like we all find out what sex was on a
Did you
bus.
too?
Yeah.
Why was it always on a bus? A girl, she was like, the guy pees into the girl. And I was like,
Peas?
yeah. I was like, what the fuck?
I guess I just found out what sex was right now.
But like the basic concept. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, can't they do that? Like, can't they like have him pee in a cup and then like put the pee inside of her? I literally invented artificial fucking whatever.
Insemination?
Yeah, in my head
Oh my
in
God.
like third grade.
Maybe you should be a scientist.
Maybe. Well, it would have been helpful if I invented it a long time ago. It's kind of been done now.
Wow. I also found out on a bus from one of my friend's older sisters
Really?
because we were talking about it and she's like, "Do you guys even know what that means?" And we were like, "No." She's like, "Let me tell you."
That's what she told you.
Yeah. But she still didn't explain it quite right.
Pee?
Yeah. P.
I had something to say, but I can't recall.
Also, this same friend that I had
Or yeah.
would watch a lot of anime porn.
When? In what grade?
Maybe like second.
How did he have access to anime porn in second grade?
He
What
taught
the
me
fuck?
how to clear my search history in like second, third grade.
So were you also watching anime porn in second grade?
No.
Okay.
Only when he was around.
You would watch it together?
Of course.
Oh my god.
Why wouldn't you?
Sorry.
How else are you supposed to watch it? But let me tell you,
Yeah.
I still have a very vivid memory of one of them where there's this girl.
Mm-hmm.
It is foul. She has the
Okay.
biggest breasts you will ever see. They are bouncing like I don't even know what.
Okay.
Like water balloons that
Yeah.
are just taped down.
Interesting.
They're so wobbly.
Uh-huh.
I think that should be illegal.
I agree. It's in second grade?
Second grade.
That's so young.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Are you happy you experienced that?
Yes.
I'm happy for you.
I think everybody has to experience it at least once.
Little boys really like to moan is another thing that I think we need to talk about.
My brother does that.
My brother does that. Were you a moaner as a child? Well, I think you still might be, but at what age did it start?
It's not. No, because younger boys do it to be funny. When
Yeah.
I moan, it's like I don't know how to explain it. I've told you before. I
You
can't
have.
handle it. I don't have control over it. It's
Uh-huh.
just when I feel so intensely about something,
Mm-hmm.
like if something tastes really good,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to sit there and go, "Ah!" You
Okay.
know?
Yeah.
You have to.
Okay.
You have no other option.
So, but as a little boy, did you? Because it's
Yeah,
only the
to be
boys.
funny, yeah.
And it's really, I'm like, guys, you can't do that. They don't understand. Yeah.
I think they all might just like men.
That's another thing that I found out. Have I told you how in love all the little boys are with each other?
Little boys are really, really gay.
Oh my god.
So gay.
One kid, he had to sit next to me in the bus because he wouldn't stop kissing other boys.
You told me about this.
And we were
That's
like,
so sad.
buddy. And then two buddies, they were looking at each other so intensely. And the one, they're both boys, he goes, I really wish we could kiss right now. And the other one goes, me too. And I was like, you guys are 5 years old. Oh my god, you guys are in love. I need to see where they are in like 15 years, and they're going to be in love. Isn't that insane? Like, what the fuck? This is crazy. And that's like definitely something that I should maybe report.
No,
But I was like, I'm gonna let them love each other. Isn't that so wholesome?
5?
Yeah.
I really wish we could kiss right now.
Yeah, and I was like,
I still don't think I've ever said that to someone.
sorry?
Want to right now?
No.
I really wish we could kiss right now.
I'm glad we don't.
Funny. 5 years old.
Yeah. And the other kid said me too. And then they just kept playing, and I was like, they're so in love. And they're only 5.
Do they have phones?
No,
Do they
they're
have
5.
contact with each other?
No.
That's so sad.
I know.
I went to a church camp and there was a girl that I had a crush on. And we kissed once, but we couldn't speak after that because neither of us had phones.
I'm sorry.
Can't remember her name.
That's so sad.
I think we would have gotten married if we stayed in contact.
Really? But
Yeah.
you don't even remember her name?
Mm-mm.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Did you go to like a church summer camp as a kid?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because I grew up religious.
But I didn't. Why was I there?
I don't know. And it was really scary because I grew up religious, but as you know, I stopped believing in God at like the age of 6. So I would be there and they'd all be reading their Bible. And I'd be like, what the fuck?
You read the Bible at yours?
It was religious camp, yeah.
Mine, we
And they would
just
like make
sang
us
songs
pray
about
and
God.
sing psalms. I'd
I
be like,
remember them. I still have them on CD.
yeah.
I am the way, the truth, and the light. I am the
Jesus
way.
songs kind of go hard though, I won't even lie.
No one comes through the
I think
Father except through me.
That's a good thing that came out of religion. Some of
The
songs.
songs? What is another one? Jesus rescues me from my enemy. He's my rock, my deliverer. Looking to my left, looking to my right. Though evil may surround, Jesus rescues me.
Exactly.
Yeah. Top tier music.
I agree.
And I got into it because we would have performances with the songs.
Mm-hmm.
And
So we had hand motions.
He's my rock, my deliverer.
Uh-huh.
looking to my left, looking to my right.
Uh-huh.
Though evil may surround, Jesus rescues me.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, yes, Lord.
I wish we had some of the same songs.
We probably did. I'm like blanking on every Jesus song I've ever learned to. Oh my gosh, yeah. They also really like to ask me about God. They're like, so is heaven real? What do you know about God? Have you met him? Or the one girl.
Tell them I met God.
No, well,
I saw God.
the one girl, it was so scary. I was telling her whatever. She was like, I don't want to die. And then I was like, oh. And she was like, well, what do you think heaven's like? You've been there. What was it like before you were born? I know you were there. And I was like,
What
what
the
the fuck?
fuck?
I know. I was like, what do you mean? That's so scary. She like was so like she just kept insisting that I had been to heaven. I was like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. I've never been, babe. I've been here my whole life.
I would have thrown her off the bus.
Yeah.
That's a demon.
Well, no, because then directly after she told me she wanted to kill herself.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was pretty intense conversation going on. 5-year-olds, man. Crazy.
Don't be a tumbleweed, blowing anywhere the wind may lead. Plant yourself
Where did you
deep
go to Jesus camp?
in the Bible.
What did you do at Jesus camp?
Sing songs.
That's it.
I feel like we did more,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think I paid attention to anything besides the singing part.
That's fair. I understand.
And yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I knew where those people were today.
What people?
All the people that I went there with.
Me too. I probably will never see them again though.
No.
No. I've thought about that too. I met so many people as a child and I'll never see any of them ever again.
I did see one person from that summer camp.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know why I could remember her face. Hello, plane. I don't know why I could remember her face so well.
Mm-hmm.
It had been years. I was probably, when I went there, maybe like 8.
Mm-hmm.
And I was probably 12 when I saw her again. And I just knew, I'm like, that's a girl I used to go to the religious summer camp with.
Mm-hmm.
It was so crazy.
That is weird.
I didn't say anything to her, though, because I was scared that she wouldn't know who I was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think if I saw any of them, I would not recognize them. I have no recollection.
Yeah. Now, I don't think I could recognize any of them, besides the one.
Mm-hmm.
If I ever find her again, we're getting married.
Sounds good. We have kids?
No.
What if she wants kids?
No.
Really?
No. Goats?
If you married someone who wanted, or I guess if you were dating someone who wanted kids, would that be a deal breaker?
No, I just say no.
Oh, so
We
you
can
just
still
tell
be
them no?
together, though. Yeah.
Huh.
It depends.
Elaborate.
How much money we got?
Whoa. I'm winning the lottery tonight.
Oh my God.
Just kidding.
Don't say that.
I didn't say that. My bad.
I take
it back. Sorry.
I'm so
it's
excited.
tonight.
Speaking of children, when I was a child, I was obsessed with like lottery tickets.
Really?
Anything to get myself money, because I knew from a very young age that I needed to leave. I needed to go.
Go where?
Away.
That's fair.
I was 6 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I was obsessed, which is why I know about like the certain coins that are worth a lot of money, because I was obsessed with it as a kid. Because I'm like, if I can find this one coin, I'm out of here. I'll have $200,000.
You're gonna move out at like 10?
Yeah, I was searching for coins. My dad had a lot of baseball cards that I'd look through to see how much I could sell them for.
Oh, my brother and I would do that with Pokemon cards. We were always trying to make money.
I had a lot of Pokemon cards. I still do.
So do I. Huh. Interesting. I don't know. Did you have any weird hobbies as a child? Besides that?
So many weird hobbies.
Tell me about them.
I gotta think about it first.
Okay. Let me think too. I feel like my hobbies were sort of. Oh.
I mean, I collected my toenails. I feel
Oh
like
yeah, that is kind
that's.
of weird. I really liked catching frogs.
Can I tell you something? But you can't be mad at me.
Did you kill them?
I did kill frogs one time
How
because
many?
me and my cousin, we wanted to play baseball,
You told me this.
but we didn't have a ball.
Yeah. But you had a
So
frog.
we used a frog.
Was it a frog or a toad?
It might have been a toad. It was fairly large.
Doesn't make it any better, but did it splat?
We didn't realize it was killing it though.
Oh, you're just like, hmm.
Yeah, and then when like we'd hit it around a couple times,
Mm-hmm.
and then my cousin picks it up and he's like, the frog's not moving." Like,
Yeah, you think?
I was like, maybe he's scared. So we played a
Frogs
couple
do
more
play dead.
rounds,
I'm
and then we're like,
surprised
oh,
he stayed intact.
he's got some juices on him now. And then we realized that frog was dead.
Sorry. Did you play Hay Day as a child?
Yes, I did.
I played Hay Day as a child, and I was really addicted to Hay Day, actually. That was, like, my first big addiction. My only addiction, truthfully.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you play Dragonville?
No. I played Hay Day. And it got to a point where it was so bad that in third grade, I would play it every single day before school. And I had to delete Hay Day. I made the choice in third grade to delete Hay Day.
You haven't had it ever since?
Oh no, I got it back my junior year. I started my farm back
I
up.
think I
But
need to start playing again.
yeah,
Mine's
I go
doing
through
pretty well.
phases, and I'm like,
What was your favorite animal?
the chickens or the
The chickens were
pigs.
so easy.
So you get so many of them, and you get
I
to tap
know.
them and go.
They jump up and then suddenly you have an egg.
Exactly. I like the pigs. Horses, actually. I take it back. I like the horses.
The
The
horses are
ones that just
good.
kind of roam were silly. The horses and the cats and dogs.
The goats, not worth my time.
I agree. Goats are not worth it. What can you make with
It
goats?
was
Goat
so
milk, cheese?
sad. I wish the goats could have been better in that game.
They weren't good. I agree.
Or
Fishing.
like,
I liked fishing.
oh yeah, I caught so
Fishing
many
was fun.
fish.
I didn't like when I could feel my socks inside of my shoes as a child.
Let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
You know how the socks have the seam at the top?
Mm-hmm. I thought I was going to have to kill myself
Me
at the
too.
age of 6 because I could feel the seam inside of my socks, inside of my school shoes, and I would like violently cry every single morning because of it.
My parents were worried there was something really wrong with me because I would cry because I could feel the seam of my socks.
Yeah, it still really grosses me out, but I just
Really?
choose to ignore it. Yeah, it's always there. I'm always moving my toes. I don't like the feeling.
I got over it, but
Because that's like my like biggest memory of like playing Hay Day to like distract myself from the pain of me feeling my sock inseam.
that's so sad.
Thanks.
I can't believe every person I talk to has never.
Been
They're
able
like,
to
"What are you
relate.
talking about?"
It was so painful.
So bad.
Yeah.
What else? The tags.
Yeah.
I hated tags.
Mhm.
Still do.
Mhm. Trying to think what else. I liked baking. That's not weird. I did a lot of crafts. I was a very crafty child.
I wrote a book.
No way. I wrote books too. What were your books or just one?
Super Aiden and the Big Hairy Spider.
Oh yeah.
I had a second one. I can't remember what it's called.
Mine was a series. It was Mr. Snowball, and every book was cut in a white circle.
I had a series too. I can't remember what it was called, but it was based on like I just made up all these different creature things,
Mhm.
and um, there was just a group of kids that fought off all these different creatures.
Sounds insane. Did you read as a child?
Oh yeah,
What was your favorite series?
probably Percy Jackson. I
Okay.
loved it when I was in elementary school.
Have you heard of the Penderwicks?
No,
I loved Penderwicks.
you look like what was that one book with the cats on the cover? Like the cats.
Skippy John
No,
Jones.
the different animals. That was like realistic cats and stuff.
Oh, Warrior Cats.
You look like you would
Do
have
I
been that.
really?
Yeah.
I didn't. I didn't know what it was until like high school, and there was all the memes about warrior cats. Sorry to break it to you.
Damn. Junie B. Jones. I love Junie B. Jones.
I didn't read that.
I read one like a couple years ago to see if it still holds up.
Does it?
She was mean.
Was she
I
really?
think whoever wrote Junie B. Jones had something wrong with them because Junie B. Jones had a lot of problems.
Really? I'm sorry.
Nothing we can do about it now.
Did you make video stars as a child?
What are video stars? Like just videos?
No. Video Star. Oh my god, it was an app and you could make music videos on it. And there were different filters. You could pick the song. Oh my god, you seem like you'd be such a Video Star kid.
I mean, I definitely made music videos.
Yeah.
I had one me and my sister did in our pool to fight song.
Uh-huh.
Like a small boat
On the
on the
ocean.
ocean.
Wow, I'm flabbergasted. Yeah, it was like an app and it was like all preset in and there were filters and you could like do clips.
Yeah, I just used either. I feel like most of the time I used iMovie
I think I
or
owe all
whatever it
my
was.
editing skills to Video Star. I wish I could find my video stars. I probably could if I look.
I wish I had. I know I did fight song. Shower by Becky G.
Whoa.
You light me up inside,
Oh
like
yeah.
the 4th of July.
True.
That song is still holds up to this day. Don't say it doesn't because it does.
Oh, it does. I was thinking about it. Yeah, good song.
Good song. I think I might need to listen to it right now.
Okay. Not on camera. So back to kids.
Yeah, kids.
I guess kids nowadays and not us. So I think we were going two different directions. You were going, I think that they're more mature than, or like act more grown up.
No, they don't act more grown up.
We were
They're not
talking
more
they were
mature.
given blowjobs on
They
the bus.
they know more things that they shouldn't
So
know.
I was personally going to say that in the kindest way possible, I think that there has been too much maybe inbreeding and that all kids now have some form of special needs. Or maybe it's the chemicals in the water or something, but there is like something deeply wrong with 80% of the kids.
Really?
I mean it. We've had to like ask many kids to leave because they like are so just like not able to carry themselves in summer camp. Like one girl is mute.
Oh my god.
Another kid,
I feel like I had that in school too though. There was one kid who was too scared to talk because his voice was too high. So he did not speak at school until he hit puberty.
but it's like every single kid. Like there's maybe like 3 that are normal. And then everybody else is like they like violently hit people and like run away. Like I don't know. It just seems like there's something wrong with all of them. Sorry.
Maybe. I don't know. Don't know what to tell you.
So I don't know if I'll be having kids because I don't want to contribute to the problem.
I will not be having kids, and if I do, I'll have one kid, and I will raise them to be the most spoiled, entitled person on the
You
planet.
would?
Because you need to be entitled. Nobody else is gonna speak for you. If you want something, say you want it.
Fair enough. Wow. Well, shout out to all the kids out there.
Shout out to Ryan.
And to Ryan Larowski. I'm sure you were delightful as a child.
Ryan was probably the best child ever.
He definitely was. I've actually never seen a picture of him as a child.
He probably was the cutest child ever. Beautiful. We love Ryan on this podcast.
We do. Ryan, Ry Lowry, this one's for you.
Thank you for watching.
Bye.